the black screen of death comes on through. So we, once again, are going to be moving on to the Temple of Anubis. So let's get this one kicking off. Cameraman, unfortunately, a little bit drunk, flying into the wall.
Hate when that happens. Damn that archway.
But here we go. The defenders already out. And 25 seconds until we see what aMEIzing team can bring to the table up against Moped Driveby. Whether they're going to be driven by themselves or driven over by this defending squad. Low tier God on the Genji again. Cannot wait to see that one coming on out. He did some fantastic stuff, but attackers going to be coming on out here in just a couple of seconds. And here we go. Game underway. aMEIzing team on the attack.
Yeah, Moped Driveby going actually for the Anno as one of their supports, and they do have Reinhardt as well, so we will see that kind of nano boost combo coming out from them. On the other side, we have aMEIzing team. They've got the Xayah as well, which I think is such an integral part of every lineup, but it's not on Moped Driveby, so I think aMEIzing team already have the advantage, but 3 members have already gone down from aMEIzing team. Actually, this is a fantastic push from Moped Driveby. Are we in the right layout here, or are Moped Driveby just surprising everyone right now?
That's going to be the question. Fantastic stuff from them to kick things off. An aMEIzing team with their first push really not managing to be effective. Flares goes down as well. And look at this, what a defense coming out from Moped Driveby. They're managing to just hold the gate right at the very start. And they've burnt a minute of time already. aMEIzing team, they've got their work cut out in this series. I was thinking aMEIzing team would easily going to be the favorite of this one. I like that by Night Toast right there. Doesn't go for the shotgun blast. He knows that the reflect is going to come out.
He was reloading. He was definitely reloading.
Nah, mate, it was all skill. It was all skill.
We'll say that he definitely didn't do it because of the bubble. It was a good hook, and I think Roadhog is going to be important in these battles, but I think Xayah is more of an important hero to have. But nice charge there coming out of Reinhardt just from across the map, and now we will see Lucio being powered up by the nano boost, so he is going to drop some sick beats on this team right now.
I'm not 100% convinced by that strategy, but it seems to be working for Moped Driveby, so you know, I mean, if you can make it work, go for it, boys. I'm all for that, but interesting. Nano boosted Lucio there. Cypher going to be going down here. As aMEIzing team that managed to break through the defenses at this stage, and they're on to this capture point now. All they've got to do is delay. Nice little block there by low tier God, and he'll be able to finish off that Roadhog. Really nice bit of Genji play coming out from him. Low tier God, I've got to say, standout player coming out for aMEIzing team. He's really the one to watch in my eyes.
Yeah, and that's what I was expecting. I was being told, like, look, he's the guy to watch. If you're going to watch anyone's point of view, watch him. And we saw it in the last series as well. He was doing some great work with Genji, and it's just his positioning and the fact he's able to use that reflector effectively as well. And just, you don't often see Genjis taking down Roadhogs, but, you know, if the Roadhog is going to try and hook you and you're just going to reflect it, then you've always got a good chance. As now Genji will come in from behind for low tier God, but the whole hog is coming out for this battle.
But Saro, he doesn't care right now. He managed to get 3 kills with his High Noon, and that is a team kill going the way of aMEIzing team. And well, after a strong first bit of defense coming out from Moped Driveby, they managed to hold on to the 8 point for a significant amount of time. But then aMEIzing team, they seem to just flick the switch, turn on the nitros, and drive all the way through to the second point.
Yeah, I think it was just a matter of just breaking through that initial push. That archway can be a little bit of a choke point, and Moped Driveby were using that Roadhog effectively, getting some good pulls, but I think we've got to look at low tier God as that Genji. He was just able to get round, take down that Roadhog, and just do everything effectively for his team. And in general, the composition looks pretty good from aMEIzing team. It is the more standard, the kind of 2-2-2 that you would used to be seeing, especially in Season 1. And I do like just still seeing Lucio and Zenyatta as my 2 supports. If I'm playing, I feel safe if I've got those 2 guys behind me. Despite the nerf on Zenyatta, I still think his ultimate is just so powerful that that transcendence can get you into like any point, or can get you out of any sticky situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a beautiful picturesque shot we've got right here of the Temple of Anubis right there. But here we go, the defenders coming on through. Defenders, on my first whistle, you will be defending. But in 40 seconds, the second whistle will blow. And it's going to be down to Moped Driveby on the attacks.
There was
if they can beat the squad.
A distinct lack of a Scottish accent there.
On my first whistle!
That's a better attempt.
Not very good accents, me. I used to be as a kid, but they all seem to escape me. Never mind. But here we go. I mean, time to beat right now is pretty convincing from the side of aMEIzing team. They had a bit of a stop on that first point, but other than that, like the speed at which they just rush straight onto that second capture point, they should be able to really make things happen here. And here we go. The game is underway. Moped Driveby going to be coming on out of the giant truck. Kicking things off low tier. God, though, look at this. Already his flank position set up, ready to go. And he's going to be trying to make things happen from behind the enemy team. But look at this aggressive push coming out. Moped Driveby are losing members quick, though. Flares is going to be dropping as well. But low tier God is already doing the work. Ninja Fuya chimes in as well, as he's going to get pushed back, but finishes off yet another one. And look at this defense coming out. Moped Driveby nowhere to be seen. And we see once again that same situation of this first point being very difficult to contest.
Yeah, Moped Driveby have gone with 3 tanks to try and push in there. You saw Thunder jump him as the Winston, but he couldn't do enough damage. He got shut down pretty quickly. Caprathon also, as Reinhardt, struggled to get in, and I really think the difference at the moment is Ninja Azaya. He's bubbling his teams very well, and he's just kind of keeping everyone alive and then using his projectiles, making sure he gets charged up effectively, as we will now see aMEIzing initiating this battle with Moped Driveby.
Absolutely, it's going to be Nintos jumping at the front of that fight, but Moped Driveby already losing members once again. Jago and Nitos, the last 2 remaining. Nice little bit of a shuriken going on to Jago there, nearly finished him, but he will be able to get away with his life, at least for now. He's being chased by his nemesis there. I feel like Genji looks almost like a hybrid between a ninja and a Power Ranger. It feels like it's Black Ranger versus White Ranger once more. I don't know how many people are going to actually.
Well, it was one of the greatest battles on TV I ever witnessed, so yeah, it's good to see a replay of it again as aMEIzing. They are just holding off now. They've got 4 ultimates to work with as Moped Driveby push in, and it comes in, and just the Earth Shatter is available now for Dranji, but he's just waiting, and now he uses it when the shield is down, but he gets shut down, and Transcendence from Flares just keeps aMEIzing team alive for now.
Yeah, I've got to say that was a really weird strat coming out from Nightos, doing like the orbital play coming out on the Diva. Not something you usually see, but here we go. The fight is still going on. Low tier God looking to finish off some players, but he's got another Genji to contest with. Nice little block, but it's not enough to stay alive. And in the end, it is going to start to get captured here. Low tier God trying to do what he can. Will get finished off by Cypher in the end, but contention still going on. Graviton Surge comes on through, and it's going to be the blue team grabbing some more kills for themselves. Moped Driveby looking to finally capture this point if they can. If they could just finish off these last couple of members, but they're really struggling at this early stage, and they're going to run out of time if they're not too careful. 1:30 left on the clock as Healbot is going to go down, but they're just funneling on in. Flares gets slammed against the wall. Capri Fun's shoulder is going to smash his chin against the concrete, and Jago is going to drop as well. But aMEIzing team, they can't quite grab this point for themselves. Orangey now arriving on the scene once more. There we have it. aMEIzing team hold on the defense. Moped Driveby going to be forced back.
Yeah, good work there from aMEIzing team as well. A few of the members went down, but they were very quick to recover that point, and it was just the kind of nuisance from low tier God just staying alive and making sure that everyone was kind of chasing him and delaying that point for as much as possible, allowing his teammates to respawn, and then Orangey coming in as Reinhardt doing some real work. We will see a couple of ultimates available. Flares has got his Transcendence as a defensive one, but Dragon Blade is going to come out now for Jago, but he gets Earth Shattered, so that will be eliminated. He's only got 2 seconds left of it, so this is great for aMEIzing team. 2 members go down for Moped Driveby. It's just looking like a really strong hold right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thunder, the last man remaining, and he will get shut down. Electrocuted. Oh, in fact, no, he was the one electrocuted, unfortunately, but I was trying to make an AC/DC reference right there, as he's called Thunder, but unfortunately completely flopped on that one. Here we go, Moped Driveby, 12 seconds on the clock. They've got to make this happen. If they can't push this through right now, then they are going to be, unfortunately, knocked out of this series. And here we have it. It looks like it is going to be a solid defense. Overtime comes on through. Can they finish things off? I don't think they can. They're dropping like flies. Sandwich, the last man remaining, but he's all out of filling. And that is going to be aMEIzing team with a solid bit of play coming out on Temple of Anubis. 2-0 for them. And that means that it's also 1-0 in the series. This is a best of 3, a Moped Driveby. They're now staring down the barrel.
The barrel of elimination. The barrel of the UK Premiership elimination. What a nasty barrel to stare down. I'd never want to stare down that one. But play the game. I mean, Sero is Junkrat. I mean, he was he was kind of just going unnoticed there. He was just popping shots off on everyone and doing real work. I wonder if he got a rip tire off here. Yeah, he did in the end. Whilst the Transcendence was out on his team just to make sure he stayed alive.
Worth.
Killed himself as well.
Yeah, gets 3 pure kills as well, though. So I think actually Worth on that one does manage to do a serious amount of damage. And that is going to mean that his team manages to take that first map, Temple of Anubis, down now. So fantastic bit of play from them. We didn't actually get to see the map veto before that first one, so I'm curious to see what the other 2 maps in the series are going to be as well between these 2 teams. But I believe that will have been aMEIzing's map pick because they were the higher seed. I think that's correct. So, or is it the other way around? Maybe it's the lower seed gets to pick first. Yeah, because TLR picked first, right?
Yes.
So, that was Moped Driveby's map pick going on that logic. I don't know how well that logic holds up. We will find out, though, for you guys. And that would mean, though, that we'd be moving on to aMEIzing's map pick. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Dorado again. They seem to like that map. And I've just been confirmed by production it is, in fact, Dorado coming on through. And aMEIzing, after a strong defense there, are they going to be able to replicate that on a second map? Are they going to be able to push that through to a 2-0? Moped Drive-By got a lot of work cut out.
They do. I think aMEIzing team just have a little bit more experience than Moped Drive-By, and it's showing. It's speaking volumes with their kind of composition picks. I think Xayah is making the massive difference. It doesn't look like there's anyone on Moped Drive-By that's comfortable playing Xayah, and at the moment Xayah is pretty much in every single composition around. Just her bubbles and obviously the Graviton Surge is so important in team fights. So that's the main difference that I feel between these 2 teams. But in general, I think experience is kind of showing on the side of aMEIzing.
Yeah, and I mean, Low Tier God has been doing a fantastic job, but unfortunately, it's not really showed to be enough at this stage. He needs the support from the rest of his team. And we'll see. Or in fact, Low Tier God is on aMEIzing team. I'm just fumbling over myself at this stage. But here we go. I'll just blame the overlays again. That's my fallback now at this stage. Yeah.
But you're right, Low Tier God has done fantastic work, and it looks like he might pick McCree here. We did see him play McCree in a couple of games earlier, and the DPS characters DPS players in general across today have all kind of liked the McCree choice, and McCree is slowly falling out of the top tier meta just because of this kind of 3-tank composition that we see. So it is nice to see McCree still being played in like some of these 2-2-2 formats, and I'm quite excited actually to see what Low Tier God can do as McCree, because he was doing a lot of disgusting things as Genji, and McCree is a very different kind of character. You're not going to be getting up in the grill of the other team, you're going to be firing from range, but you want to be using that Deadeye at the right time and probably coordinating with Ninja when that Graviton Surge comes down.
Well, speaking of grills, Thunder is actually going to be on Mei this game, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do on the Ice Scientist herself. See how he's going to be able to use those ice walls and whether he's going to be able to delete tanks. But again, we're going to see just 2 tanks for either side, but Night Toast not having a good start to the game. Just gets completely wiped out to kick things off. But the payload is moving nonetheless. They've managed to get it to that choke point, but can they push it any further? That's going to be the question.
It is indeed, and so Thunder with the kind of aggressive Mei here, and I do like the choice of Mei. It definitely cancels out something like a Genji, but there is no Genji on the opposition team, so he doesn't really have to worry too much about that happening. But that Blizzard will be very important for team fights, especially when they don't have the kind of Graviton Surge. Blizzard, kind of a similar effect, more so it just slows the opposition down. It does kind of group them, sort of. But perhaps that's the kind of answer from Moped Drive-By. They said, look, we need some sort of crowd control here, so they've gone for the choice of Mei.
Absolutely. Well, 75% until Blizzard right now. And Caprifun already with that Earth Shatter, but RNG as well can match that. And Zero, he got the play of the game with that Riptile last time. We'll see if he can do a similar thing here. But Moped Drive-By has already lost 3-4 members at this stage, and they're going to be losing Cypher as well. And, well, aMEIzing team. They are not messing around on this map. They are not going to be moved. They are just holding fast at this first point, and I'm not sure if Moped Drive-By, maybe they need to change the composition. I think Night Toast agrees with me there as he's going to swap onto Roadhog.
And we do see Jago as Ana with the Nano Boost available, so perhaps that will come down onto Caprifun, who does have Earth Shatter available as well. So that will be a nice kind of wombo combo to push in here, and maybe that's what they need. But There is Junkrat. He does have that Riptire, so he's probably waiting for the Moped Drive-By to group up before he fires it in, as we now see the Blizzard coming out from Thunder as well.
Yeah, nice bit of Transcendence coming on through, though, as well, but is it going to be enough? Jago and Cypher both go down, but it's traded 2 for 2 at that stage. And now we're going to see more members dropping for Moped. Sandwich, Capri Fun, Nightos, the only players remaining in this fight for the likes of Moped, and they're not going to be long for this world. Sandwich actually using his sound barrier there right before going down. Really, really unfortunate situation for him. That's now going to be on cooldown for the next push. Just a minute 30 left on the clock. This is a disastrous start to the game for Moped Drive-By. We've got to see them pull themselves together if they want to stay in the series.
Yeah, Sandwich might not even get another ultimate before this game finishes, and it leads me to think that maybe he just panicked and just accidentally hit Q, or he was just trying to stay alive because he got a little bit desperate for his team. Unfortunate there from Moped Drive-By, and we now see them pushing in. They really need to kind of get some power behind their boots here. They really need to decide what they're going to do, but they've only got Cypher's ultimate to work with, and really, Deadeye is kind of a dead ultimate when you know that there's a Reinhardt on the other team.
Yeah, it's all about timing it so that you can get it after his shield has run out when there's no one to defend it. Thunderfap is going to go down. Nice bit of shooting from Low Tier God. He's going to be able to get a nice stun as well. Sero gets the credit for all 3 of those kills, but I think we know the truth right there. Low Tier God landing the shots, but yeah, fair play to Sero as well. Don't want to take any credit away from the guy. But so far, I mean, what do we even say about that? Team kill as well coming through at the end there. Thunder has swapped onto the Pharah right there, but not for very long, just gets shut down. And that's the thing with Pharah. If you're against players that are on Soldier or that are on McCree, those accurate hit scan targets, they can easily take you out of the air so long as they're good at shooting.
Yeah, we will see Deadeye coming out here now for Low Tier God, but he's not been able to pick anyone off just yet. They're hiding. He catches Pharah, who takes him down to a slither of health. But you're completely right. It's exactly what I was going to say. Pharah is a strange pick when you have McCree already on the field. That'll be the round complete for aMEIzing. Incredible defense from them. Moped Drive-By just couldn't break through that initial barrier of heroes, and they were trying everything. We saw the swaps coming out from Moped Drive-By, but they just couldn't find that right composition.
A little bit unfortunate for them, and well, aMEIzing team, they've really not got that big of a mountain to climb here. Like, usually I'll be moving into the second half of the map like, okay guys, here we go, let's see if they can do it. But aMEIzing team, right now, all they've got to do is get past that first checkpoint, and we've already seen earlier today that they can do that against the best. They did that against TLR earlier on Dorado.
By the looks of it, the tide is high, and I'm holding on.
Are you going to be my number 1? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
Exactly what I'm trying to tell you. aMEIzing team don't have to do very much whatsoever to win this game now. They literally, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in the first 30 seconds in their first initial push. But you never know, Moped Drive-By might come out with something. It does look like they're going to go with a Bastion from Capra Fun. And a Torbjorn as well. So they said, look, okay, the best way we're going to hold this is some turrets, boys. Let's set up around this first place and let's not let aMEIzing team even get out of their spawn.
Yeah, I think the best way to go about this is maybe Moped Drive-By are just kind of saying to themselves, you know what? This is going to be a near impossible hold. Let's have some Capri fun while we're at it. Crack out the Bastion, crack out the Torbjorn, crack out the Mei, and let's see what happens. This is like a beta just finished comp, I think is how to describe this.
Interesting position from Capra Fun as Bastion as well. I mean, is he just expecting someone to come up and try and take down that turret? But there's an ice wall in the way, oh my god!
I think this is the kind of position where you're like, okay, you know what? When Winston jumps up, when Genji jumps up, we just mow them down. And then from there, with a man advantage, we can push onto the defense and make something happen. Let's see if that is going to be the case, though. Only one tank, though, for Moped Drive-By on the defense. So interesting that they'd be brave enough to run with that. And it's a 2-2-2 composition from aMEIzing team once again. And well, it's all been scattered. Oh, it's an ice wall strat. They jump up on top of the ice wall. That's how it all works, but they've been flanked by Low Tier God. So it's all been it was all a cunning ruse in the end. Low Tier God knew the whole time.
And that's your Torbjorn and your Bastion down already because Zenyatta was doing some work. Tracer now picks up 2 kills from Low Tier God, and that should be enough to push this payload as Mercy goes down as well, so there have been no revives even though she did have no ult. Mei is the last one standing, and she's in that ice wall, but she's just going to be absolutely destroyed by the whole team, and they should be able to now push this payload far enough to win this game and move on to the losers bracket final, where they will face TLR next week.
Well, there we have it. What a final map to finish things on. I've got to say, fair play to Moped Driveby. They did actually come into this tournament on a default win. They said it at the end of the first game that they played. That wasn't them just memeing. That is actually the case. So I think fair play to them. They put up some pretty decent fights across the night. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't meant to be here on the final map. And let's have a look at the play of the game as well. It was in the hands of Flares. I believe this is a Transcendence that he used at some point, but maybe not, since he didn't have Ultimate available. Just an absolute boatload of damage that he's putting out, in fact. So nice stuff coming out from him. Sheer DPS on that Zenyatta, but it is going to mean that we have an amazing team pushing forwards and staying in this tournament, and next week they're going to be up against TLR.
Yeah, so the rematch.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that one's going to go down. I mean, it was a good series actually, but TLR kind of pulled it out in the end. So I wonder now, Amazing Team can kind of go back and they can look at what kind of happened. They can look at those VODs and see what they've got to do, because out of these 3 teams that are left, I mean, Amazing Team are kind of actually the only real team. The other 2 are kind of mixes now. We don't know. They might reform. They should reform, because last result we're looking pretty good. But Amazing Team are the only team that are probably practicing as a team properly right now. So you never know. They might come back fighting against these last 2 teams that are in the tournament.
Well, we will have to see. And unfortunately, that is all of the Overwatch we have for you guys tonight. But make sure you check us out on Twitter, because all of the highlights of tonight's games are going to be available there in little video clips for you guys, so you can make sure to have a look at some of the epic moments that happened across the course of tonight. And you can find all of them using that hashtag ESL Prem. That's how you can let us know what you thought of the stream tonight as well. Obviously, this was the first Overwatch broadcast that the UK Premiership has done, so make sure to let us know what you thought. And we'll be moving on into the second week next week. And as well, our finals, the tickets are available. It's going to be at Comic-Con this year, 28th till the 30th of October. CSGO, Overwatch and League of Legends finals are going to be going down at the ESL UK Premiership Arena. So make sure to get your tickets at mcmcomiccon.com/London. But I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to be the end of the night. I think we should have one final look at the bracket, if that is available for us, and see how things look here at the end of the night. It was Amazing Team winning, or Amazing Team now moving forward up against TLR next week, and we'll see how they're going to be able to fare, or whether we're going to see that Endpoint TLR rematch in the finals next week. So next week we have a best of 3 in that lower bracket lower bracket final, and then following that we'll have a best of 5 grand final, and whoever can win that final game next week will be moving forward to Comic-Con, and we'll move on to Group B the week after. So that is going to be just about it from us, but I've got to say thank you all very, very much for watching. But from myself, from Dan Gaskin over here, and from production, we're going to say good night, and we will see you guys next Tuesday.